someone wants you really, really bad. Like the energy that is coming up is unhinged, is the best way that I can describe it. It is wild. I am, I was feeling like they're having a riot in their heart. Okay, so it's this sense of it's flowing over, it's unhinged, out of control. They're really, right now, they're losing it because you have this effect on them that brings out a side of them that they have never even met. Like they don't even know who they actually are. But then they met you and you brought out this raw, authentic side of them, and now they can't let go. They always come back to you. It's like you're kind of like their sweetest addiction, okay, in the best way possible. But you're stirring up all these emotions. Like I'm seeing you like when you met, okay, there was this one particular moment. It was almost like in a movie, when you meet that person and you look at them and it's like, oh my God. Like you both looked at each other and something happened between you and both of you could feel it, could sense it. And you're awestruck, like struck by lightning. You were struck by something like I'm really feeling like a force field around you. Like whoever you are, you have a very high energy. Almost an energy that is a little bit dangerous, a little bit. Yeah, they're a little bit afraid. They're a little bit scared of their feelings, but they're also really, really freaky. Freaky and cheeky. Freaky and cheeky is what I'm picking up on. This person, like the song that came through that really, sends me into this whole energetic spiral almost was I Want You Bad by The Offspring, okay? I have not listened to The Offspring for years, okay? That was more so something from my teenage years, but there's this song, Want You Bad, and it goes like, I want you all tattooed, I want you bad, completely mistreat me, I want you bad, bad, bad. So you've probably heard the song, but it's kind of like this teasing energy of like, I want you in your rawest form. I don't want you to play a role. I don't want you to behave and, only show your best side. I want to see this unhinged side of you. What they love about you is like you're edgy, you're different. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if that was someone who's like more on the alternative side, tattoos and like, a little bit tougher or a little bit more at the edge of or on the edge of society, like not fitting in, not wanting to be like all the other people. And then they met you and you were kind of different, okay? So first off, what I'm noticing is that they're actually, it drives them a little bit crazy that they're losing control that much because they're the type of person who would always keep their composure, who would always be the cool one, But then they see you and it's like, it's over, okay, it's over. They're losing it. Like, and then it's not only are you different, there's like this, I can't pinpoint it down. When you meet someone and they have something so specific, so amazing, so mystifying, mesmerized, enchanted, bewitched, bewildered in all sorts of ways, almost like paranormal a little bit, giving a little bit of supernatural vibes. You're kind of giving like a little alien, okay? And they see this, and not only do they feel it in their entire body, like an earthquake in their heart, in their body, like everything is trembling, shaking because of you. I'm really feeling it. It's like it's hype. It's like being hyped up, okay? Not only is this happening, but at the same time, there's something about your soul. There's something about your heart, the way you are. That is, it's like it draws this person in over and over again, and you're like a dark forest that is like mystical. I'm seeing like a forest with fog covered trees and like the sounds of the night, you know, the full moon is shining and they're walking through this forest and they want to explore it, and it's kind of dangerous. It's coming kind of like, I don't know what's around the corner, but still I want to see more, because your depth is something that they have never ever encountered, and they kind of like, they try to figure you out. And before you, they could always figure out every single person they met, you know, everyone they've ever dated, they were always able to figure them out, but not you. Not you. I don't know what you're doing, but something about you is like, you're not really easy to decipher. I don't know if you're doing it on purpose, you know, to kind of tease this person, but you have an aura of mystique. You have an aura of being guarded, almost like when you play poker and you have this poker face, okay? So you're not really easy to figure out, and you're different. There is something that is like underneath the surface that you keep guarded, and they want to have that. It's like Pandora's box is like, this is it, like this is the holy grail. Oh my God, they are fully aware, okay? They are fully aware, but there's so much more. There is a whole other aspect of this reading. Take it how it resonates. We're gonna get into it in a second, but these are the thoughts that they're having. I want to see the side of you that you don't show to anyone else. I want to be the person to experience that. I want to be the only one who experiences this side of you. It's like exclusivity, you know? Almost like they want to win you, not for the sake of having you, but for the sake of like being the one you let into this magical, mystical forest of your heart. You know, it's like really poetic also. I am seeing this, you two together, you're creating a whole new energy. And when you come together, it's like summer nights, running through the streets, carefree, you know, doing crazy, reckless things. I mean, you're not putting yourself in danger, okay? But you're doing things like you have never done before. You're daring, you're wild, you're letting out that side, like 16 again, you know, that energy. They feel young, you know, getting tattoos on impulse together, or piercings or something like it, you know, this is what I'm seeing. But there is also another really, really interesting thing that came up, and take it how it resonates. There is a song, it's Chariot by Gavin DeGraw. I hope I pronounce it right. And it's like about this person, he's a singer, he's in the music industry, and he's kind of got all these people who want something from him, and they kind of want to push him in some sort of direction. But he's kind of over it. He's like, no, I want to do my thing. I want to be myself. And this is, I'm seeing them really as someone who is maybe very successful, maybe a celebrity, could be, or in the music industry, but has a lot of responsibility, okay? And meets a lot of people who are always just very shallow. And you're different. Like, you know, like this person, they want to have a life where they really feel alive, that is authentic, you know? They have a high ambition, okay? They really have a lot of motivation and drive, and they want to be successful, but they want it in a way where it's like they're not gonna, you know, risk losing their value or standard, you know? They want to look into the mirror and still have dignity and self-respect. And you kind of were like, meeting you, it's interesting, like meeting you was this moment of realizing what they really truly want in life, and the way you are, just you existing, inspired them to fight for something more, because the way you approach life is so inspiring to them. And there is another aspect. You might know this if you're into tarot. The Chariot is one of the major arcanas, one of the major cards in the tarot deck. And the Chariot is all about being determined, willpower, staying on track, you know, going steady. steady progress. Maybe not very fast, but steady. And this is the energy that they are putting into this relationship. It's forward momentum, eyes on the prize, but I'm also seeing them specifically wanting to travel with you, wanting to live exactly this energy of like losing control in a not like too reckless way, but like being yourself, like really living, you know, when you're exploring a different country, you're in a different setting, you know, even if it's just going on a hike or creating something together or just running through a meadow, you know, like something simple. It doesn't have to be rock climbing or visiting a very, you know, like far away place. They feel like with you, they can be alive again. And for such a long time, it's like there is a very deep layer underneath. For a very long time, they did not feel as though they're really alive, and you brought it out in them, and that is so sweet. Like that energy, oh my God. Let me give you a tip, okay? Because this is an exercise that I created myself as I was like in no contact, okay? And I used this to connect to my person, okay? And I did it more so without realizing what I was doing, okay? That was way before I got into telepathy, before I knew that it worked. So what you want to do is when you go to bed at night, okay? You're gonna just be in your bed, okay? And you're going to tune into the love that you feel for this person. You're gonna imagine that your heart is really opening. There is like a thread of energy. You can, if it's easier for you, you can imagine like a silver or golden or pink, whatever thread that is emanating from you, from your heart space. And it kind of goes beyond, like it goes further and further. It goes all the way across wherever they are on the other side of the world, and it reaches them. And your love, your energy, your positive energy, your intention that you're putting into this connection is reaching them. And I can guarantee you this is going to boost your telepathy so much more. I've had such crazy results with it. And we are going to do this as a live meditation in my masterclass this week. There are only 10, I think there are 10 spots left. You have to be quick if you want to secure one because they're going fast, but we're going to do this live together. And the last time we're doing this, it was so amazing. Like just the energy together of doing this in a safe space where you can really tap into this is going to shift your reality. I can guarantee you. And I'm going to share what they're thinking, you know, what they're feeling, how you can find out whether they're thinking about you, because there are signs and practical tips on your journey, you know, with your person. You can also ask me any questions, and it's just gonna be so beautiful. I can't wait for it. So definitely join. It's down below if you want to have a spot. Okay, let me also share the songs quick. So Chariot by Gavin DeGraw, as I said, We Don't Have to Dance by Andy Black. It's also about social anxiety, so they could be someone who kind of doesn't like to be around a lot of people, and you calm them down is what I was hearing. Like you are the one, they're not as nervous. They don't feel like this fake energy with you. So definitely give that a listen. And Want You Bad by The Offspring. And just let me draw for the end of the video. Let me draw a couple of cards. What are they currently thinking? Especially when it comes to you, okay? To your connection. Okay, I want you so badly. I am constantly thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie, okay? There is an energy of them being very spicy at night when they're alone, okay? Oh my God, you can't make it up, really? That's the card that was behind it. You're the first thing I think about in the morning and at night. So I'm really sensing that you can't make it up. Midnight thoughts, spicy. This is really wild. Oh my God, the synchronicities. So there, it's kind of like they wake up in the morning, they're thinking about you. And that's kind of the main motivation. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you're like still drowsy and the first thought on their mind is really you. But then there's also this side of them where it's like midnight thoughts, okay? I want you bad. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, honestly, this is what I'm picking up on, is that they're really making up those scenarios with you, if you know what I'm saying, like remote seduction. Like, the thing is, we often do this when we have feelings for someone and we don't even know what we're doing, okay? So it's like, you know, just for fun, let me just think about it because it feels good. But you're really creating a reality there. You're really tapping into a reality. And not only this, the person you're thinking about can sense it, can feel it from afar. This was what I was talking about earlier. Of course, that works with spicy energy as well. So be on the lookout, okay? I'm not kidding. If you're going through your day and you're getting these spicy signals, I want you to pay close attention to that. I'm also feeling that you might see them in your dreams, that you might already like meet up. If you haven't met before, that's like, let's say a stranger that you're manifesting that you haven't met before. Be on the lookout. Card just flipped around. Be on the lookout for them reaching out energetically, because you can sense that. And this is the last card I'm going to draw because I don't want to make this too long. Aching for you, I want to be closer. They're kind of enjoying this slow burn because there is a sense of it like building, and like, you know, when it's so intense that it's already driving you crazy just from thinking about it, is what you know, when they're having those midnight thoughts, those spicy thoughts, and they really want you so badly that there is like almost like an overflow of energy in their body, but yet they also want it to play out in the physical. But it's, you know, when things are really good, they're also worth waiting for. And this person is fully aware of this. So I'm not joking. Like, I would really highly recommend you go and try out this heart connection exercise. I've had clients who had people reaching out, you know, after no contact, crazy synchronicities. And for me, it's just been such a beautiful thing to do to connect to my person. So give it a look. It's also my workbook, linked down below. That was it for today. I can't wait to see you in the masterclass. And well, if not there, I'm going to see you in the next one.